us, but probably the world. And I think $10 trillion sounds like about the right amount to me.
Yeah, but Corey, back as late as March 27th, so at least 2 months after Donald Trump was warned by his own national security advisor that this was going to be the greatest threat of his presidency and proceeded to play it down, as late as March 27th of last year, Donald Trump was still praising President Xi of China and still talking about how cooperative he was. Again, if he was so concerned about the Wuhan lab, if he had the opportunity as president, why didn't he get tough with China then when he had the opportunity?
Well, Chris, we were listening to what the media has defined as the experts, and Dr. Fauci specifically. And you know that Dr. Fauci was against banning flights coming in from mainland China.
Wait a minute. Chris, you're telling me that the president, you're going to blame the president's inaction on Dr. Fauci?
No, but look, Chris, if we're going to follow the science and listen to Dr. Fauci, he has been lifted up by the media as the foremost expert on this matter in the world. Listen to what Dr. Fauci said. First, he said masks would not be needed. Then he said banning flights coming in from mainland China were not necessary. And now we know, Chris, that Dr. Fauci, through his government agency, funded at least $800,000 of government taxpayer money to the Wuhan laboratory. So the question now with all of the emails coming out from Dr. Fauci is, what did he know and when did he know it? And did he give information to the president, which we could have used to prevent a series of these deaths from occurring? So look, this President Trump, was very tough on China. We put a series of tariffs on their products so that we could compete on a global scale. We also found out, Chris, that because of the inadequacies of the previous administration, we were completely unprepared when it came to finding PPE equipment. The reason being, everything was manufactured in China. So through Operation Warp Speed and the retooling of some plants here in the United States, the president was able to once again produce personal protective equipment so that we were not reliant on China.
We could go on this and the fact that the president refused to wear a mask in public for over 3 months after the CDC recommended it. But let me move on to another subject.